Clear Box Gaming, back with another video. Okay, so this I kind of just want to expand on the difficulty because I do believe that Legacy mode and Champion mode have the hardest kind of standing difficulty. But I kind of just wanted to go over a couple things, and then I want to get a fight in. Just kind of show like what I'm doing to kind of improve the challenge in the game. So let me kind of go over a couple settings. Mind you, there's no music, for copyright reasons. I just will keep the music off. So, and then that improves the audio quality, so you guys can hear me a little bit better. But let me go ahead and go to my boxer and show, the stats are pretty bare. All I have is the combinations up. Obviously, I can level it up a lot more. But I just want that ability to do 10 punch combos. That's it. I'm not doing anything else as far as anything. Everything is kind of where it was default. I did increase the jab, straight, left hook, right hook, jab the body. I want to say the hook was already up, and then of course the blocking, head movement, chin and heart, those I kind of just put up to that first level. Because then it would just be a drag, like the punches don't do any damage at all. But here I'm gonna go ahead and just remove the boost. Again, I want you guys to kind of see that. I'm not giving myself any advantages here. I'm taking everything away, to me, because it's more challenging that way. And we'll call it that. I don't have any boost packages or anything like that. I never bought anything in this game. I did buy one of these. I bought one of these. It's this one because I don't play the online world championship enough. I do probably have a combined total of about 500 fights, but I don't win all the fights in online. And then it's always hard to find a match that's fair. You have people with a one-punch knockout. I personally limit myself that way. I don't like to have any one-punch knockout. So I've lost the majority of my fights to that, or no, I just would quit as soon as someone would do that punch. They would spam it because they're gonna hit you at some point. Anyway, that's beside the point. So I took all the advantages away. I don't know if you guys really want to watch training, but I'm going to go ahead and do a training. I like to pick the hardest guy, usually the highest rated guy, at the top, just to kind of keep it going. You know what? There's usually better guys. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this way. I don't want to do the spar. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what this guy's about. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's fight him. I know he's. Okay. I know he's a good fighter. Let's see. Let's see what this guy's about. Oh, okay. Well, I can't do either one of them. All right. I don't have a fight challenge scheduled yet, so I'm guessing it's those guys. But again, he's the one at the top, so we're gonna go with him. And I'll do Detroit, and just keep it there. I don't necessarily care to save funds. That's not really the goal here. It's just because I can focus on the speed aspect, and I feel like that's going to be the key. That's going to be the key to. I like to start with sparring, and that's going to be really the key to getting your fighter up to standard. So for the first training, I'll do. Some people do it in reverse. They'll do the athletic training first, and then say for the last week, once their guys kind of, has a boost in speed, boost in reflexes.
All right, kid. See your skills in the ring. You want to win that ring? Watch the hook.
Okay.
Nice work.
And I do that once. Again, we can see the benefit. Everything else kind of increases its own. And then, I'll go in and do the athletic training, top that speed off, and everything else looks good with the exception of reflexes. And I'll spend that last week of training, get that 3+3 in reflex, and I'll have a pretty balanced fighter. So then we can go in, see, we'll get that +5, awesome, in reflex, and I'll be pretty balanced for the most part, and that's with no boost at all, no boost. Again, that's just for just to kind of make it challenging, more challenging. And I feel like in this game, it's challenging when you limit yourself. That doesn't mean that, the computer's going to play any easier. They play the same, but it's just harder for you to win, if that makes any sense.
Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to London, England. We're at the Royal London Theatre. Hey, the first one was so good, they're going to do it again. We got a much-anticipated rematch in our main event. 10 rounds in the welterweight division. Each man comes into this fight supremely confident, expecting to deliver a W.
The rankings don't really matter. Because sometimes
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Ten rounds slated in the books tonight. Here's the first. I'm very interested to see how he fights tonight. Chavez is coming off of an impressive knockout win.
Well, that could be a catch-22, Joe. Yeah, a lot of confidence coming into this fight, but also it could be overconfidence. He could start to think he's a huge puncher now, and he has to throw only one shot at a time, and that can really take away from his overall game.
Teddy, I find it unrealistic that this guy's got much of a chance against this power puncher.
Hey, that doesn't make you Nostradamus there, Joe.
I try to stick to the body as well, because I know with the body.
What does the orthodox fighter have to be conscious of guarding against that right hook from the southpaw? I mean, he's got his left hand out there, but a non-traditional defensive structure for him being set up like that.
Yeah, absolutely. He has to remember that that punch will come from that angle, and usually he has no danger coming from that angle. So he has to make sure when he jabs, that shoulder is up against his chin. So if the hook does come, it hits the shoulder, not the chin.
Nice block by Julio Cesar Chavez.
They're ready for me to come in. They're not ready for me to come in. And they're standing too full like this.
Chavez's blocking ability is doing well for him there.
So just stick and move for the most part. Stick and move. And that's my strategy until they start to really play a little bit more. And that's with anybody, even human.
Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there, let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
The cards won't appreciate.
Got to try to do better than that. He missed with that hook.
Patient fighting style. They don't necessarily respect that as much, which is unfortunate.
Big right hand from Julio Cesar Chavez.
Guys, I guess they make
Final
for
10
more
seconds.
Fights, but I mean, I feel like fighting is a thinking game.
End of round one. Chavez is showing off a real boxing IQ in that last round. Just fighting smart. I mean, not just reckless aggression, but smart, accurate punching.
And talking about IQs, it's being led by that left jab, an educated left jab. A jab that talks a little bit, talks a couple languages. I mean, he's hooking off it, he's uppercutting off it, he's doubling up on it. Good job.
If you throw 3 or 4 punches in a row, you can turn this thing around. But you have to.
So I actually give him the praise. A lot of times.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Missed the body shot. Able to dismiss that body shot. Accurate hook by Carpenter. He engages in the clinch. Blocks the headshot. Chavez has got to deal with a cut cheek. When you're leading up to a fight, sparring is so critically important. How important is it that you have sparring partners that really act as a scout ahead towards the opponent you're going to be facing?
You know, that's a great question, and it depends where you are in your career. The early part of the career, you know, it doesn't matter as much. You just want to get your fighter consistent in the areas he needs to be consistent with whoever you got him in there with, and then you improve as you start to develop. And then you give him different looks whenever you can. But when you're fighting a big fight, you know exactly who you're fighting. Well, you want a guy that height, you want a guy that size, because mentally you want your fighter to know that he's been in with that guy, to feel like, I've already fought with this guy. And obviously you want him to be ready to deal with all the physical dimensions he's going to see that night.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. Good defense, just covering up down low. Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counterpunch.
Looked like the will of the wisps, the old great Willie Peck. Made him miss, made him pay.
Orthodox and southpaw, they're kind of slashing.
Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round.
Took it all, and it's hard to land it over him. So he probably won that round.
Chavez's commitment to just pure offense is lacking right now. I mean, the guy has to let the hands go.
Well, he was hurt earlier. You know, there was a little short punch on the inside a round before, and nobody really noticed it. But guess what? He did. And I think that's why you're seeing him be a little bit unsure of himself and not throwing the punches that otherwise you'd say, hey, come on, how come you're not? That is why.
Because I think it was just kind of a
I want to see that straight, right? Throw the jab, then straight down the middle. You got that? Jab, jab, right.
And round number 3 is underway.
Notice I'm not moving my head a lot because that ability is really low.
And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there.
Up and down, side to side.
Chavez blocks that punch.
You're doing great.
Good, solid overhand left. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Good defensive skill with the block by Carpenter.
The left hand is going to be extremely difficult.
Well-placed counter punch by Julio Cesar Chavez. Halfway through this round. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head.
Watch the hook.
Chavez is well off the mark that time.
Can't land that left hook. I mean, it just doesn't make contact. Even if he doesn't whip or anything, move, it's just a hard punch to land.
More than one punch downstairs. That can be damaging.
That's usually why I go to the body.
Good return fire that time.
Even with people that are, you know, orthodox with
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Right to the head with that right. And clicks of the talk. Chavez's right hand working well that time. He scored well.
All right, listen. You need to create more counters, okay? Slip his punch, then throw a straight right down the middle. Don't look for just big punches, okay? Use your speed.
You know, in the 70s, 65, I can be a little more aggressive, but again, I'm still at 100%, so I'm still fresh, 100% fresh. And
you're losing this fight. You gotta pick it up, you hear me? You gotta pick it up.
I don't think he's being the more effective fighter, even though the judges may see it differently.
All right, let's look at Teddy's scorecard after 3 rounds, and you can see that he's up by just a round. But I think it's fair to say that it's anybody's fight at this point. Carpenter's not jabbing that much right now. That's got to help out his opponent.
Yeah, you know, that's like giving him a free one. Because now his opponent doesn't have to worry as much when he walks in. No jab to keep him out. He's going to see the other punches coming so much easier when there's not a jab covering them.
Oh, you see him with the left of the head there?
You got this one. Jesus. Pace is doing good.
90 seconds to go in round number 4. A little something of his own. Blocks the shot, brings back the uppercut. Took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. There's the combo downstairs. Carpenter's the kind of guy that's always relied on his athleticism. But now that he's in a spot like this, Teddy, where it's not going his way, what does he need to do?
Well, there's nothing much he can do because, you know, he hasn't been taught in a conventional sense. All of a sudden, he's not going to keep his hands up. I mean, that has to be taught. He's not going to move his head. He pulls back. He anticipates. He does all those things. Right now, he's going to have to get lucky a little bit. Land something the way that he does it. He's going to have to stay with what he has.
You are losing this fight because you're not throwing any punches out there.
I have enough advantage, but if I was fighting like him, probably in 2 or 3 rounds, I'd be probably lower than he is. I don't know how the computer can fight so
You need to capitalize on his misses, okay? I want to see that counter level. Make him pay for his misses. You're doing fine. He's just beating you to the punch, that's all.
Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score.
Come on, kid, focus.
Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand.
Unload right now. More punches, baby. Punches and punches. Let's see it.
Carpenter's wanting the counter punch here, but that doesn't seem the route to go here in this fight, Teddy.
No, he has to be honest with himself and see that. But, you know, people under pressure in all walks of life, you know, in the ring especially, you see it right away. You kind of peek at it right away. It's obvious. Maybe he doesn't want to see what he has to see, because then he would have to discipline himself. He's not ready to do that. Then he would have to make the change. Maybe he just wants to leave it this way. At the end of the day, people are going to say, oh, that guy fought kind of fight that, you know, hard to fight with, you know, and he has an excuse. Maybe that's what's going on right now.
Keep moving, come on.
I want to land that right hook. It's just hard to land that hook.
And just grabbing onto his opponent.
Come on, kid, focus now. Come on, kid, focus.
Off the target by Carpenter. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Chavez. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Fight this guy. You understand what I'm saying? Take it to this guy.
40%, 30% energy. I don't understand. I just know it doesn't work like that for play.
The start of the 6th round. Chavez's dominance in the first half of this fight was pronounced. Now, as this round begins, a new task for him. Finish up the second half of this fight just as strong.
Yeah, that's a good point, Joe. His enemy is not only the guy in front of him, but it's being that he's got such a lead. You know, his enemy is having such great success so far. Does it get him a little bit into a lull? If he gets into a lull now, he could blow that first half of the fight what he's done so well.
Nice 2-punch combo by Julio Cesar Chavez. Big shot he just scored with. He goes down. He has so much time now, he's going to be forced to survive.
Yeah, usually you see it because it's just across.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Carpenter's trainer is thrilled with this. He gets up off the canvas. Now he wants to see how he'll react. Chavez is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Chavez. Chavez is really impressing us here, defensively impressing us. I mean, it's so easy to say, wow, look at the punching, look at the power. But, Teddy, you got to appreciate what he's doing with defense.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why you can say that you appreciate, you know, the aggression or the power and all these things. He can afford to be aggressive because he doesn't get hit.
Keep doing what you're doing.
There he is on the inside, doing well. Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs.
I don't see how these guys.
That was yet another round where he just looked like the fresher, better conditioned fighter. And here in these later stages of this fight, that's where you get the payoff.
Well, the payoff is what we heard. We heard about coming into this fight that in training camp they were doing 5-minute rounds. We heard that, so not 3-minute, 5-minute rounds. He's getting the benefit right now of that.
It's over. He's tired. He's got nothing left.
But even then, it's not
Just
necessary.
go for the head. Knock him out.
Because when their
It's
stamina's
done.
low, then generally
You need to
speaking,
throw more punches.
they're healthy.
The body. Bang the body.
So you don't have to throw more than a few punches that land.
Carpenter's in a tough spot here. 60 seconds, that's all you get to gather yourself after being knocked down. So here he is again, missing more punches. Now, I like a guy that throws punches, Teddy, but at some point, you got to do more than that. Solid, and he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before.
So,
what about this
If
time?
he gets up, then it's probably just going to be.
The ref is stopping this fight. Carpenter's not going to hear from those judges.
So,
He's a
and there you
knockout
have it.
victim.
Just strategy. I want to look at the fighting total so you can kind of see the breakdown. It wasn't really anything. And mind you, this is with the difficulty on the hardest setting. And, you know, I try to limit my advantages. If I take my strength away, power away, accuracy away, then, you know, the fight will go on forever. And it'll just be a drag. But, you know, maybe I'll make a video about that. But
Julio Cesar Chavez's power that we saw throughout the night,
kinda, I
building
don't
a lead
throw
on
a
your
lot.
scorecard, now ends the night with a knockout victory.
Landing a lot.
And it begins the next night, the next dawn,
a
the
little
dawn
bit
of
over
the
double
new
what I
beginning.
threw.
More money. Knockouts bring
Double
money.
plus some.
Yeah, good one for the fans. Glad you
can
tuned
see
in to
that.
see it with
That
us.
doesn't necessarily
I'm
matter.
Joe Tessitore alongside
We're
Teddy Atlas
almost
saying thanks for being
identical
with us.
and the amount of punches that we landed, even though he threw so many. So, you know, with that being said, limit the head punches because the head punches usually waste a lot of energy. But I have to throw some. I try to stay in the 60%, 65, sometimes even 70 if I'm playing against a fighter who's not very good, or my stats are you know, kind of amped up with punches and whatnot. But there you have it, a straight up fair fight where I was the disadvantaged one because I'm looking for a challenge, and I know the only challenge in this game is when you challenge yourself by taking advantages away from yourself. So with that being said, this is Clearbox Gaming. Thanks for watching.